guys, it's Anna from P&P Creations, and I'm coming to you this weekend with a couple of layouts and Project Life pages that I did yesterday evening. And the pages that I did are for the month of September 2012. And yes, I'm still working on my 2012 album, which is this one right here. I have this American Crafts Amy Tangerine album. As you can see, I still don't have the little title page, but I came across some pictures and thought I would get started since I was in the scrapping mood yesterday. Now, these that I'm showing you are actually from a cruise that we took in September 2012. And this is one where my office, all of us went on a cruise with our husbands or wives. So it was fun. So it was an adult-only cruise, and so it gave us a chance to kind of hang out with everybody outside the office. And this first page is kind of like a title page. My Project Life is Project Life in itself is a hybrid scrapbook type album, but even on top of that, I not only do the divided photo pages, but I also do some 12 by 12 layouts in it as well. So like this picture that we took, I knew I wanted to do a 12 by 12 layout on it. So what I did is last year I came across the American Crafts Shoreline collection, and I bought it really cheap on scrapbooksteals.com, and it came with the paper pack, it came with embellishments, so I had to get it, and I knew specifically, and we had already gone on our cruise, and so I knew I would use it once I came to, scrapbook these pictures. So that's what I used. I used a yellow American Craft cardstock 12 by 12 for the background, and the pattern papers are from the Shoreline collection. This also came in one of the 12 by 12 papers, and I just cut it out and put it on there. This is one of the embellishments, and these are a couple of the thickers from the Shoreline collection as well. And these borders are from some of the bottom of the pages, and this also came from a 12 by 12 that I cut out as well. But like the title is CPA Cruise Off to Cozumel, and I have a little badge that says Go See Do, and this is Studio Calico. I believe this is from the Abroad collection. And I actually had this little tag. It is from, geez, I forgot the name, but it's something I've had for a while. I think it's from Making Memories, and it's something that I've had since I first started scrapbooking in 2011. I did do a mistake with my roller date stamp. I put September 6, 2013, and it was 2012. So, but the real date is right on here, so I'm not too worried about it. But this is a picture that we took as we were boarding the boat. You know, we hadn't even gotten on the boat yet, and they have like all these little stations where you can take pictures. And so this is just a backdrop here, but that's me and my husband. So now, one thing that is not with the collection is I used this washi tape that came in my Studio Calico monthly subscription kit in the most recent one, and it has kind of like this ombre look to it. So I used it to kind of mimic water at the bottom, and I kind of like the way that looked. And this adventure sticker is from Heidi Swapp. And then I used a little wood veneer geotag from Studio Calico. Now the back side of this is my favorite one. I like this one a lot, but once I was done with it, I was like, it's a little too yellow. But it wasn't enough to bother me to change it or do it all over again, so I knew I could live with it. But my favorite one is this one I did. Now this, I just took some white American Craft cardstock, and since I just bought a whole bunch of mists, you know, I'm kind of late on the misting thing. I bought a Mr. Huey's, the Sunray mask, and so I used the Lucille and the Sherbert Mr. Huey's, and I thought it came out really nice. And the pattern paper is actually from the new Glitz Uncharted Waters, and I think it just went really well with the colors. This embellishment is from the Shoreline collection, and I think it still went well with all the colors. And this up here is actually from one of the 8x8 papers, and all I did was just cut it out. And it says, "Life is better at the beach." And then this is just a tag I had, and I used the sticker tape that came with the Glitz collection as well, and the garland that I used. Really love this one. I love the colors. Really proud of this one. And this is a picture of the boat. that I took after we came off the boat, after we got to Cozumel. And yes, this is the famous Carnival Triumph, the one that was in the news a few weeks ago. Back then it was in perfectly working shape, at least I thought. Just glad that what happened to the boat, or what happened on the boat, didn't happen on our trip, and I feel bad for those people, and I'm glad they're safe and everybody's back home now. But that's the same Carnival Triumph. Now, so those are my 12 by 12 layouts, and I'm using these more as actual title pages to introduce August and introduce the coming pictures that I'm going to show. And I skipped over, I still have more pictures. I'll move my camera a little bit so you can see that pile over there. I still have all those pictures to put in my Project Life. But this, I worked on this page. This is when we got to Cozumel. And I'm sorry if you hear my dog whining in the background. I kicked them out of my room. But this first top one. This is my title card. And the title card comes from the Basel Wayfarer collection. They had a set of journal cards that you just, rip out. And I used this one, cut the picture so that you could still see the banners here. And the alphabet stickers, are from October Afternoon Mini Market. And the geotag comes from Studio Calico, and I believe this came with my January monthly subscription kit. And I used my Amy Tan, no, actually it's not Amy Tan, it's my Studio Calico roller date stamp, and it says photographed on September 8th, 2012. So I made sure that it was 12 this time. But this is a picture that I took of one of the buildings once we got to the port. Oh, I'm sorry guys, I didn't mean to move the camera. But the port is called Puerto Maya. And so the sign basically said, "Welcome to Puerto Maya, Cozumel, Mexico." And so I had to take a picture of that. And I knew it would make a great title card. And it was on day 3 that we got to Cozumel. And it was on a Saturday because we left on a Thursday. So this is a KI Memories glitter sticker that I just added on there. Now this is a picture of the port from our balcony. So I took this picture. It's actually a 4x6 picture, and I cut into 2 3x4 pics. And then I added this embellishment sticker from the Basel Wayfarer collection. And it says, "Though we travel the world over to find the beautiful, we must carry it with us or we find it not." So I thought that was really nice. The water's beautiful. Everything was gorgeous. And these are pictures my husband and I took from our balcony. So I cut those down and put it on there. And this is from the My Mind's Eye, I believe this is from the Unforgettable or Notable collection. But it says, "Say cheese." And then this is from Elle Studio. This is a little tidbit, and it says, "Enjoy the moment." Now, this journaling card, this also comes from the Wayfarer collection, and it was a 4x6, and I just cut it down into a 3x4 to include the travel dates and, all the numbers on this side. And then this is another close-up of the boat here. This are a group of musicians that we passed by. They're actually called, I believe it's a bolero group, or it's a trio. Sometimes I forget. You see this a lot more in the Caribbean, but this part of Mexico is more closer to the Caribbean, so you would see more, you wouldn't see this really deep in Mexico, but this is the Caribbean part of Mexico, so you would see a trio. And I put the label sticker called Excursion on there. But again, this is a 4x6 pic, and I cut it down so I could fit it in the pockets. Because this is a different design, and I really wanted to use it. I bought the different, the package that has like all different designs of the photo pockets. And so I really wanted to use something different than the typical one I use. And this is a picture of my husband on a turtle. He loves turtles. So, put it on there. And then I just did a little bit more journaling on here. And this is another 4x6 card that I cut down to 3x4. And on this side, this highlights more our actual excursion pictures. So our excursion was to go to the Mayan ruins and go to tequila tasting. So that's what I labeled it, Mayan ruins and tequila. And these journal cards are actually from the newest Becky Higgins Project Life, the Seafoam collection. And then I just added the Explorer Pebble sticker on there. This page, or this card, is actually a cutout from an Echo Park paper, and it's from the Paradise Beach collection. I should have that around here somewhere, but it's this one here. I cut it out of the 6x6 paper pad. So I really like the colors, and I really like this little design here, and it says, "This is Paradise." And this is a picture of my husband tasting tequila. So I used a little jelly bean labeled sticker. It says tequila tasting. This little camera is the newest one from Studio Calico, from the Snippets. It's either from Snippets or Here and There. And then this little badge comes from one of the Etsy shops, and I'm sorry I don't remember the name, but it says Life is Good. And picture of the agave plant, and a little bit of journaling about the tequila place. And then this is a picture of one of our guides once we got there, showing us how basically you go from the agave plant to tequila. And then the tequila tasting actually came at the end. So, and then I put a little pebble sticker so it's good times. Now, the Mayan ruins was the last stop. This is a picture of Margarita. She was our tour guide. I don't have a picture of Jesus, but it was 2 of them, and they were wonderful. I really recommend this excursion. Anybody that's going to Cozumel, doing the Mayan ruins and then the beach, because we did end up at the beach, but I haven't put those pictures yet in Project Life, but those are the next ones to do. But we went to the Mayan ruins, and this Mayan ruin is more of a, how do I explain it? It's more about the fertility god. So a lot of women from, you know, that lived on the Mayan coast would go to the island of Cozumel when they were ready to start a family, basically for blessings. And so that's, I think, the fertility god, the fertility Mayan god that she's holding up. Now this journal card is from the Seafoam collection from Becky Higgins. And then I just used my Allie Edwards stamps that says "This is" and "An Adventure." And then this bottom one is one of the, it's not a monument, but one of the buildings that was still up. And it's this archway. So again, it was a 4x6 picture that I cut into 2. And I'm so sorry, guys. Let me go let my dog in. Sorry, she's mama's girl, so I think she was kind of desperate once I kicked her out. So then I just added this Heidi Swap sticker that says Explore. And then one of the other Snippets cameras as well. Sorry, dogs are moving the camera. So, well, that's what I worked on yesterday. You know, I don't do Project Life week to week. I do Project Life month to month. So whatever I do for that month, I pretty much put it in Project Life. And I'll do it in terms of 12x12 layouts, depending on if I really like the pictures, like these 2. And then the rest, if I have, you know, I always have a lot. So I put it in the divided photo pockets. But that is it. I am planning on working on more probably next weekend. I do work full time, and so whenever I try to sneak in some time scrapbooking, I try to do it, which is usually Friday nights or Saturdays if we're not busy doing other things. But that's about it. But thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a great week. Bye. All right, hi everybody. You are here at Anna's Craft Room, and here are my friends. These are my dog kitties. That's Peaches on the right, and that's Max down there. And they're just kind of hanging out with Mom today as I try to film my video. So let me pan. Patrick's outside the door doing dog licking stuff. Patrick. Patrick. There he is. Say hi. So anyway, these are my babies, and these are my craft companions. So they're just here at Mom's feet. Love them.